We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
It is time to leave your worries outside and laugh with us inside the Treehouse. I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trenholm today, Monday, March 24th, 2025. Trey, I want to start today by asking you a very personal question.
Okay.
You don't have to tell me how much, because it's that part I don't need to know. I just want to know, do you currently have debt?
Not really.
Okay. First of all, congratulations. It's very difficult in the 21st century to walk around debt-free. Now,
be a drunk for 25 years, lose everything, and then slowly rebuild.
You learned some things, right?
Yeah.
Money management was unexpected in sobriety, but here you are. I have some credit card debt outside of that, but it's nothing that is alarming. I have, a house payment, but that's normal debt. That being said, there are multitude of ways to ruin your credit in the 21st century. And now we've got a new one. Buy now, pay later isn't just for furniture stores anymore, because DoorDash is partnering with Klarna so users can finance their next food delivery.
Okay, I hate to be the old man. What is Klarna?
Klarna is a financial company that extends credit to people, especially in small increments. Because according to this new partnership announcement, when the option launches soon, DoorDash users can use Klarna to pay in 4 interest-free payments or defer payments and let people pick a date that aligns with their paycheck schedules. There are all sorts of financial institutions out there these days that allow you to finance things even at the tiniest levels. And this is another great example of that. Have you ever been shopping on Amazon and noticed there's sometimes a tab you can select to pay in 4 easy payments of whatever? Yeah. You're now going to have that option on DoorDash, and it's going to be offered through the financial institution Klarna.
So interest-free payments, meaning they charge a hefty fee up front to finance said. So you're already, Taco Bell is the one that comes to mind that I can't fathom having Taco Bell, Uber, DoorDash, whatever. Because you are now taking, a $2 taco and making it a $4 taco. You're paying $4 for a Taco Bell taco, which I love. One of my favorite things is just a plain old crunchy Taco Bell taco. But at $4, I'm not, no.
Yeah. If you went to Taco Bell and they said $4, you would say no. But if you're at home and in your jammies, maybe binge watching something on Netflix, you might think, oh, I could go for a $4 taco. And that's exactly what's going to happen.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why I started cooking and really developing a love for cooking at the ripe old age of 50 is because of where I work. There's not a lot of restaurants around. And so I was spending an absurd amount of money on getting food delivered. Yeah. I'm like, I can make better quality food for a quarter of the price at home.
You need to stop making so much sense, because that's not how a lot of people operate these days.
And the fast food thing, it just, I told my bartenders this, because they're obviously younger, and I'm like, y'all need to look at that stuff like it's a luxury. And luxuries, if you need to be able to afford a luxury, and you need to be making six figures, probably a healthy six figures, to have a luxury like that, because it is pissing away money in the highest order.
So when the option launches soon, again, DoorDash users can use Klarna to pay in 4 interest-free payments or defer payments and let people pick a date that aligns with their paycheck schedules. So it's kind of like payday loan and a layaway have had a really ugly baby and are now taking over your DoorDash payments. Now, keeping in mind, this is all completely by choice. You don't have to do it. So this is ultimately your responsibility. However, I'm an adult and I know how people are. This is going to get ugly, and it's going to get ugly fast, because when it really comes down to it, you need to ask yourself the difficult question, like Trey just did. Do you want to pay $4 for a $2 Taco Bell taco? Do you really want to take out a loan on a Big Mac? Do you need to finance a party taco from Taco Bueno, which is one of my faves? There have been times in my life where I've been drunk enough to say yes.
I cannot wait for the congressional hearings we will have in 3 to 4 years about the predatory lending of this practice of predatory lending, and how it took advantage of drunk and stoned people, and their lives are ruined now.
It did.
They just had to have that Whopper.
It will happen.
Oh, it will.
There'll be a finger wagging moment from someone testifying saying, no, I didn't. But yeah, that's going to be the reality for some people when it comes to financing their next food delivery, thanks to DoorDash and Klarna. And it also reminded me of this. Trey, do you remember Wimpy from Popeye, who would say, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today? Turns out he was ahead of his time. But here's something else to consider. You open up DoorDash because you're hungry and you don't want to go anywhere. You want the food to be delivered to you. And then there's Klarna popping up saying, would you like to finance this for 4 easy payments? Now imagine you get declined for a Happy Meal.
Oof.
Yeah, that's going to sting. It's going to sting hard. And what's also asinine about this is, and this is something that has really, really gotten me to my core about this story. They're going to let us finance some spicy nugs, but the state of Texas doesn't trust us enough with casinos or weed, and we can't even buy booze before noon on Sunday. But finance fast food.
Again. And this won't stop. This is just the beginning, that it's going to finance your fast food. This is going to be a way for them to finance your grocery shopping. Like it is, again, there will be congressional hearings about this at some point in the next 4 years.
And the irony is going to be is most of the people with Congress asking the questions and doing the investigating are also going to be the same ones who have financially benefited from the lobbying of predatory practices on behalf of the financial institutions. The world goes round and round and round again. The dog chasing its own tail, wagging the dog, whatever metaphor you want to finance.
Oh, that'll be fun though. See the list of stupid stuff people financed.
I know it is going to give me some ideas on what to order next. Well, that sounds good.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
If you love guns or hunting, you're going to love Defender Outdoors. Defender Outdoors Shooting Center is 43,000 square feet of guns, gun range, and gun fun. Firearms, ammo, apparel, accessories, and more. Have a bachelor party, birthday, or team building event? All-inclusive packages available for endless entertainment. Training classes are added weekly, and private instruction is always available. Come see why Defender has been voted the best gun range in North Texas 5 years in a row. Visit us at defenderoutdoors.com. Defender Outdoors. Are you a defender?
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
This segment of the Treehouse is brought to you by Defender Outdoors. Defender Outdoors is Fort Worth's premier indoor gun range. It is open to the public, but you can also purchase a membership, which unlocks some very cool privileges. That is Defender Outdoors in Fort Worth. 6,000 square feet of retail space, your favorite brands of guns, ammo, gear, optics, knives, and more. A wide range of training classes for all skill levels, from beginners to competitive shooters. And they also offer private lessons tailored to your specific goals. So when you shop at Defender Outdoors, also use the discount code Treehouse, which will unlock special discounts for you at Defender Outdoors, both in-store and online. So go to Defender Outdoors, tell them you're a Treehouse listener, and good things will happen. Back inside the Treehouse now, I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trenholm. On Monday, March 24th, 2025, we were just talking about how DoorDash is partnering with Klarna so you can finance your next fast food delivery. And Trey, you said it's already extending into other areas of life that we have not expected.
Yeah. So when I signed up to move into this new place, they handed me this brochure on the service that you can now, they're like, well, if you don't want to pay your rent all at once, you can use these people and pay it off like every week or every 2 weeks, whatever. I'm like, so you're putting people in places and letting them finance their rent. Like, what could go wrong?
Oh, Jesus. This is another great ugly cycle of financial ruin that is happening. You've got people that can't afford to buy a home because they can't save enough money for a down payment because their rent is so expensive. And the rent is so expensive that now you've got financial institutions offering to finance your rent, but you can't qualify to buy a house. See the problem in all that?
Oh, absolutely. And it's something, there is something with it. And I hate being the old man and picking on younger generations, but because I say this, we would have been just as bad had it been available when we were in our 20s, but they do not think twice. The cost of getting stuff delivered is built in. They don't see it as, really look at it. Oh, you're paying an extra 20 to 30% on that order for delivery.
Right.
It's just built in. And I'm like, y'all need to sit down and look at your receipts and look at how much money you're pissing away.
Yeah.
But then again, they're also, it's just, they're lazy. Most of them. Sorry, Gen Z. You're just.
Now, the thing is that to keep in mind is that, Trey, you're not just saying they're lazy because of things you've seen in the news or on TV or whatever. You're saying that because as a bar manager, you work with Gen Z every single day.
Every day.
So you've seen it.
Yeah. I mean, I look at what they have the potential to make every day. And if I were in my 20s, if I could go back in time and restructure and do things, and I had the ability to make $500-$600 a night, I'd be working 5-6 days a week. Or like just, and it is a fascinating thing. We've talked stories about it, about, you know, where we were a generation of live to work. They are a generation of work to live. And they're somewhat short-sighted as far as, you know, what's needed 20 years from now. So it's a totally different mentality.
The good news is not everything has to be financed. There's some very great things that you can still get for free. One of those things is this show. And inside this show that is free, there's entertainment there that is also free that we share with you. And I'm going to do that with you now. So if you're financing your next burrito, I'm at least going to give you a freebie here, okay? Because we all need to smile, and happiness should remain to be free. I don't care if people are saying, oh, that makes you a socialist or a communist. Well, you know what? Fine. Some things need to be free. Like this that we posted on our Instagram just the other day.
Banana, chicken, banana, chicken, banana, 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 chicken, banana, chicken, banana, chicken, banana, 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 chicken, banana.
I don't know what it is, but seeing that chicken do the little head bob when it's at the DJ mixing table just makes me smile. It makes me smile. It also makes me want some spicy nugs.
And it's not as good as DJ Cat, but yeah, it's entertaining.
Very few things are as good as DJ Cat. There is no doubt about that. But chicken banana.
Banana, chicken, banana, chicken, banana, 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 chicken, banana.
Yeah. That is frighteningly catchy.
Why you got to do that to everyone?
Turns out I'm a giant a-hole. And it's free.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Did you know that you can get even more Treehouse? It's true. Get more Treehouse when you subscribe to Treehouse Plus. Bonus content and subscriber-only episodes, including video, all available at patreon.com/treehouseonair. Patreon. Patreon.com/treehouseonair to subscribe to Treehouse Plus today. Back inside the Treehouse now, I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trenholm. Monday, March 24th, 2025. Now that we've set Gen Z straight and the financial institutions and our banking industry semi-straight, let's jump into some serious stuff, shall we? A disturbed Florida man has been arrested for making threats against President Trump. There's a reason I'm bringing this up today when Raj isn't here. It wasn't Raj. I'm not saying it was Raj. Raj didn't do this. But this is a very, very troubling story. A disturbed Florida man has been arrested for making threats against President Trump. And these aren't just run-of-the-mill normal threats. No. If I'm sharing them with you, Trey, you know they got to be special. And not just because they originated from a Florida man. Although that does help. In a rambling, now deleted 80-second social media clip, Kendall Aaron Todd railed against President Trump and declared himself the U.S. president. Didn't see that coming, did you? Well, it gets worse. He also said, because of Donald Trump, every single person in the world is cursed, and that Donald Trump is the Antichrist. That's some pretty inflammatory language. It's still not the best part. Not even the most shocking, because Todd also added, Donald Trump has personally made business decisions which have hurt so many different reincarnated Jesuses.
Oof.
Now, since I have not heard the clip, I think he means Jesuses and not Jesuses. I don't know for sure, but I think he means Jesuses.
I mean, if he's reincarnated Jesus, that in and of itself has so many theological problems.
It really does. And I think that's probably what got him busted, because up to a certain point, someone's like, oh, okay, I can go with you for the first few things, but not that. No, sorry. That's where I draw the line. That's where I've got to call the SWAT team. This crazy man said Donald Trump has personally made business decisions which have hurt so many different reincarnated Jesuses. And then he challenged Donald Trump to fight him naked to the death.
Naked to the death.
Naked to the death, baby.
Oh,
that is a next level threat or challenge.
Have you ever watched The Righteous Gemstones?
Funny you bring that up. Tara and I just started watching it like last week. I think we're 3 episodes in, so we're still very new to it.
It's a fantastic show, and
so far, I'm loving it. I wanted to see it because I loved the cast, and then when I found out the premise, I was like, "Oh, I'm on board."
It is Danny McBride, and the one that really I liked him before, and he has since Walter Goggins is just brilliant. I can't remember when Baby Billy gets into the mix in The Righteous Gemstones.
He's not in it yet. Like I said, I think we're like 3-ish episodes in, and I have yet to see his character. I know it's coming because I've seen the promos, but he's not. It's
it's one of those. Second season wasn't my favorite. Third season was fantastic, and I really thought they had wrapped it up then. And then they've done this 4th season, and so far 4th season excellent. And you will not, unfortunately, this whole fighting him naked. There is a scene in episode 2 of this 4th season that you once you watch it and you think of naked Donald Trump, you'll understand why this is quite entertaining.
I try not to think of really any man naked, let alone.
Yeah, well, that's
sometimes we're not offered that choice.
Yeah, no, it comes out of nowhere and it swings around for a while.
Oh no. That reminds me of Borat. If you had to describe it really quickly, Righteous Gemstones, how would you describe the show?
A parody of a mega church family from the South.
Yeah.
And that where at one point they probably had good intentions, but the kids are all spoiled brats and F-ups. And one's basically Danny McBride's character is just kind of an imbecile. The sister is a slut and the other brother's gay, and it's so well written, and
the dad is played by John Goodman.
John Goodman is the mega church dad, and who kind of at one point really, I think, had good intentions, but then he looks at what he has created and just face palms a lot of times. And Walter Goggins is their uncle, who the the talent of the family was their mother who died, and then Walter Goggins is just brilliant as his character. Most reminds me, you have to go back, kind of like a take on Fletch Lives, Chevy Chase's big tooth religious character.
Oh, I can't wait now. Because I love Fletch Lives. I know a lot of people like to poo-poo on Chevy Chase and the Fletch sequel, but I love that movie. So that has me really looking forward to watching more episodes of The Righteous Gemstones. But back to this guy, the disturbed Florida man who was arrested for making threats against the president, saying that Donald Trump has personally made business decisions which have hurt so many different reincarnated Jesuses. And then he challenged Trump to fight him naked to the death. Now, there are a lot of ways you could go with this, especially if you're President Trump, right? If I was in his shoes, if I'm Trump, I'd actually be flattered because I don't remember anyone wanting to naked fight Biden.
I thought you were going to say you were going to pick me in the bottom.
That's a different show.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
This segment of the Treehouse is brought to you by our own social media channel. That's right. We don't mind whoring ourselves out because if you like the Treehouse show, then you will love us on social media. So give us a follow at Treehouse on Air. At Treehouse on Air is our handle across social media. So give us a follow. I'm Dan O'Malley along with Trey Trenholm back inside the Treehouse now. Chipotle is one of my favorite fast casual restaurants. Technically, it's not fast food. They call it fast casual, but whatever. It's one of my favorite places to get a quick, healthy meal. Okay. I just want that on the record. I don't need to disclose that while reporting this next story, but I just, wanted to throw it out there. That being said, Chipotle corporate had to issue a big apology because of one of its locations not being able to spell. Okay. A Chipotle in Huntsville, Alabama, had to issue an apology after an unfortunate spelling error on a sign that led to outrage. The location misspelled the word vinegar. They misspelled it so badly that it led to public outrage and accusations of racism because vinegar is spelled Vinegar, but they spelled it like...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Are you seeing it in your head now?
Yes.
Pretty bad, isn't it?
It's horrible. Oh.
Also, I have to throw this out there. I'm pretty sure that as racist as my great-grandmother was, she never put that together. She was more obvious in her racism.
This is where it hits a level of stupidity or racism, because if we're being honest, we used to work on a radio show where the host very much pressed lines on racial lines on what he could get away with. No ill intent, but he sometimes tiptoed into areas that it was very uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. He never thought of this one.
No, that's why I'm saying the most racist of people I've known in my life never put this together. Where you misspell vinegar. Because a photo of the sign quickly made its way to social media, where users expressed disbelief, frustration, and anger. Many questioned how such a mistake could have been made and whether it was intentional. Some called for accountability, while others debated whether it was a simple typo or something more serious. The restaurant responded swiftly, Releasing a public statement expressing regret for the error, a company spokesperson clarified that it was an unintentional mistake and not reflective of the company's values. Of course not. Their statement read in part, "We deeply regret the error and understand the concern it has caused. This was an unfortunate misspelling, and we are taking immediate steps to ensure that it does not happen again." The only way to do that, I'm guessing, is by giving spelling lessons to your Chipotle employees.
If I don't know how to spell a word with technology these days, all you have to do is open up Google and start typing in the word how and it'll generally spit out an option that you go, okay, yeah, that's how you would spell that.
Unless due to previous searches at your fingertips, a different suggestion pops up. I hope that was not the case, but maybe that's the reason why some people are still outraged, saying that maybe this, that it's indicative of other things.
I mean, did Ask Jeeves have a racist brother called Ask Jethro? I mean, that's like the only. And for all you youngins out there, Ask Jeeves was a search engine from the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm. But you had to use that because you didn't want it. Because if you were looking for that type of content, you weren't going to go to Lycos because their mascot was a black dog. I think this whole story, we've touched on the reason why it is so shocking to you and me, Trey, because we come from a generation where sometimes parents, definitely grandparents, certainly great grandparents, did not hold back when it came to sharing certain racial thoughts and whatnot. So to make a mistake with a word this egregious, where you misspell vinegar. By the way, the sign that was posted at Chipotle, it wasn't just a word. There was a reason for it. According to the sign that was posted, it read, "Chipotle, no more sauce. We apologize." What they wanted to say was vinegar sauce, but they did a different sound for and went more of a eh.
And it's Alabama. You have to be better.
Yeah, see where it happened. When you think about what happened, when you hear about where it happened, I wasn't as surprised.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
It is time to advertise right here inside the Treehouse. Sponsorship opportunities are available. So if you're interested, just shoot us an email. We'll help you. treehouseonair@gmail.com. That's treehouseonair@gmail.com to advertise right here inside the Treehouse. That's true whether it's on the radio at 103.5 The X in Brownwood or here inside the Treehouse Show podcast. Back inside the Treehouse now, I'm Dan O'Malley along with Trey Trenholm. It's Monday, March 24th, 2025. Let's celebrate with some birthdays. Turning 35 today, Keisha Castle Hughes. She played Obara Sand on Game of Thrones. And if you've ever watched episodes of Game of Thrones, you don't know most of the characters by their names unless they're like the main ones. She's also FBI agent Hannah Gibson on FBI Most Wanted. So if you watch that, there you go. Keisha is 35 today. Finn Jones, also from Game of Thrones, is 37 today. He played Loras Tyrell, but I'm pretty sure he died early enough where I didn't remember him. But he also played Danny Rand on Marvel's television show on Netflix, Iron Fist, which I did watch.
I liked that, and it got really panned.
It did. There were things about that show that I liked, and I didn't understand all the hate that went along with it. I did recognize that his love interest / sidekick, the Asian girl, I thought she was phenomenal in the show. And next thing you know, I'm seeing her in a bunch of different shows. So I can at least spot some talent.
There was that gap where they did Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica
Jones.
Yeah. I, for the most part, liked all those shows. I have not. Have you watched the new Daredevil?
I'm in the process. I'm only in the 3rd episode right now.
How is it?
I'm sorry, 4th episode. I'm just starting the 4th episode. It's good. Like most of the Marvel TV shows, it's a little slow moving in certain areas, but it's interesting right now. The downside is there's not a whole lot of Daredevil stuff happening yet, because it starts out with some Daredevil, and then you get some more Matt Murdock, which is dangerous territory because you don't want to lose the action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I know it's coming. And I know John Bernthal is in the next episode as the Punisher. So I'm excited. I loved that show on Netflix. I thought it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I was very excited to see it coming back, and I hope that it does what Marvel hopes it does, which is salvage a good chunk of Marveldom. Otherwise, it really is going to be all about Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds.
Which that's dicey territory right now.
Yeah, a little weird. Turns out there are skeletons in everybody's closet. Other birthdays today. So Finn Jones, who played Iron Fist, he is 37 today. Lake Bell, very talented actress. She's 46 today. She's the voice in many, many things. She's a phenomenal actress and voice actress. She is currently Poison Ivy on the HBO Max animated series Harley Quinn. She was also in The League. She was in No Strings Attached as like the best friend. Very good actress. Lake Bell turning 46 today. Jessica Chastain, another phenomenal actress. She is 48 today. She's from The Zookeeper's Wife, The Help, Zero Dark 30, and The Martian. Love The Martian. I cannot say enough good things about that. That's easily a top 5 all time for me, maybe top 3.
You are the person who actually got me you because of your love for that movie. I watched it, and it is a phenomenal movie.
Isn't that good?
Uh-huh.
It's everything you want in a movie. There is a book, by the way, and I did read the book. You and I were having a conversation earlier about how the older we get, the more we're reading, which is good for us. I finally, after seeing the movie 4 or 5 times, I decided to read the book. And it's very, very accurate to the book. There's only one thing in the book that's not in the movie, and it totally makes sense why they didn't put it in there, and I agree with it.
No.
You want me to tell you, or do you want to read it? I'll just tell you. So in the book, there was one final option if something went awry with the space mission to Mars, to where if there's no more food available, then there were and people were dying, then there were things that could be done to sustain life, food wise.
Right. Eating the dead.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So if things in the book, they had it in there. If things get really bad, you have to eat each other. That was actually mentioned in the book. I understand why they didn't have it in the movie, and it made sense. Other birthdays today. Peyton Manning turns 49.
The most unlikely pitch man ever.
It really is. Can you remember when he came out of college? He was just he was such a yokel.
Oh,
I couldn't imagine that after seeing him, being drafted and everything, coming out of Tennessee and hearing him talk, that he had such an awesome personality, would be an amazing pitch man everywhere on TV. He seemed like some guy they picked up at a Buc-ee's.
He was Eli out of college.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
even Eli is transitioning into pretty interesting territory.
But Eli's dumb face was Peyton coming out of college.
Yeah.
He just somehow, I don't know if he had work done or whatever, but then he somehow became one of the great pitchmen of all time.
Somehow they found a way to fix that.
Yeah.
And lucky for Arch Manning, he doesn't seem to have the stupid face. So good on him.
No, that's everyone says that the true talent of that family was Cooper. And Arch may be the truth behind that.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah. I don't know. It may be a while. He's getting enough money at Texas. he may stay put for a while.
Yeah, because when he goes pro, he's gonna have to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
What's that?
Said, and he'll have to play.
That is so. Make more money sitting on the bench.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Just like Cindy said, for all things Treehouse, go to our website, treehouseonair.com. Excuse me, I'm burping. Treehouseonair.com. There on the website, you can get past shows, links, contact info, and more, including one of our newer features on the website, Treehouse Talkback. When you go to treehouseonair.com, you'll see a microphone in the lower right-hand corner. Click on that, and you can leave us a message, and we'll get it right here inside the Treehouse. So if you hear something that you're like, hey, I need to correct these guys on something, or, ooh, I want to tell them this or that, or you have a question about the show, whatever it is, hit that Treehouse Talkback button, the microphone on the website, treehouseonair.com.
Yeah, that's, I think, especially if you hear something that you hear us reference something that you don't know what it is, leave us a message and let us, we'll explain it. Because you don't know, Dan and I go back now close to 25 years. And so there's a lot of things that we talk about that other people may, through the process of the 25 years of the radio show and everything else, you may not understand. Let us know and we'll let you in on the joke.
That's right. We'll peel back the curtain for you.
Yeah.
Although just beware. There's some stuff back there.
Yeah.
Some deep, dark stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Donald Trump wrestling naked might be a better visual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's really sinking in right now. So go to treehouseonair.com. Hit that Treehouse Talkback button. Back inside the Treehouse now. I'm Dan O'Malley along with Trey Trenholm. I thought about doing one thing, but now I'm going to shift into something just a little bit different than what I was planning. Although there is, a reason behind it. So let me see if I still have from earlier. Yeah, I do. From earlier, I shared with you something that we shared on our Instagram last week, a little song called Chicken Banana. And I'm not sure if everyone had heard that before. Trey, did you hear of Chicken Banana before we posted it on Instagram the other day?
No.
Here it is in case you missed it earlier.
Chicken banana. Chicken banana, chicken banana, 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 chicken banana, chicken banana.
So this is a stupid thing that happened years ago where someone decided to put these two things together, chicken and banana, made a song out of it, and it sort of became a viral sensation at the time. And like most things that are viral, it'll boomerang. It'll come back around. And right now it's coming back around. But it did remind me of another ditty. Because there were lots of them years ago. And I wonder if you, Trey, had heard about Pineapple Pin as well. Because as if Chicken Banana wasn't bad enough, there was also, at one point, Pineapple Pin.
I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen.
So it's an Asian man with glasses, a pencil thin mustache, wearing pimpy type clothing. He's got what looks like some snake patterned pajamas with a cheetah scarf and a gold necklace. And he's singing about his pen and an apple. Do you remember this, Trey? Did you ever hear it?
No.
Well, take in some more.
I have a pen.
Hey,
I have pineapple.
Oh,
Pineapple pen.
them together.
Apple pen. Pineapple pen.
For it.
Pen, pineapple, apple pen.
And then he dances.
Pen, pineapple, apple pen. Dance time.
Is it just me, or is this Asian man dancing a lot like the unks do at a black church?
or the umpire at a Savannah Banana game.
That's good. Yeah.
Honestly, I realize he might be, but he looks like this looks like a John Leguizamo SNL parody skit.
It does look like that. Like if they were to try to parody this, that's who they would cast to do it.
No, I missed this one too. I thankfully.
Well, you're one of the few, because this is from Ultra Records. Ultra Records from 8 years ago. The Pin Pineapple Apple Pin, 481 million views on YouTube.
And this is the long version.
Uh-huh. Didn't know there was an album version of some of this stuff, did you?
No.
By the way, if you ever wondered if you could assign a song to anxiety disorder, this would be it. That's what the inside of my head sounds like quite often.
Why?
I know.
I mean,
500 million views.
I'm just peanut butter jelly time. That was probably my all-time favorite.
I'm right there with you. That one makes me smile every single time. Maybe we'll play with that tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with us inside the Treehouse. We'll see you tomorrow right here inside the Treehouse.